Hello and welcome to my fourth book critique video. You can see on our first slide we have this image of a little girl, and she's sitting outside near a campsite with mountains in the distance, and there's sun shining on the book in her hands. To me, this image says adventure, and if there's one thing I think that all the books I'm about to show you have in common, it's adventure. I've been able to explore so many new people, places, and things. So let's go ahead, and I'd like to introduce you to some of my new friends. First, for our feature text, we have What Do You Do with a Tail Like This? This book explores how animals use their nose, ears, tails, eyes, mouths, and feet in so many different ways to help them survive. So how do you use a tail like this? Well, if you're a lizard, you break off your tail to escape from predators. You can see that on this page from the text, there are many other examples. For our first activity, students would be creating a thing link that illustrates how an animal uses its traits to survive. The nice thing about this text is that in the back of the book, there is a list of all the animals featured in the text, so students can easily choose one from that list to create their thing link off of. So here's an example of a thing link I created, and you can see that when you click on the icons, it offers more information about that trait and how it helps the animal survive. Students can even link YouTube videos to enhance their thing link. Once all students have finished creating their thing links, you can compile them into a classroom website. But what do you do with your classroom website? Well, that's the exciting part. Students can send that classroom website with all the thing link and all the information on the animals to a different classroom of third grade students, and that can be a classroom that is nearby or far away. And they can challenge those students to a quiz show on animal adaptations. So how do students prepare for a quiz show? Well, one easy way would be for students to turn the statements in the book into questions and use that to quiz the other students. Students can even collaborate with high school students to film the quiz show and to share it with a wide audience. Moving on from our feature text, we have this lovely piece of traditional literature called Stone Soup. And like many pieces of traditional literature, the setting and the characters are vague, but the plot is strong and entertaining. One thing I appreciated about this particular version is the illustrations. You can see that the illustrator only used 3 different colors throughout, but the illustrations were effective in advancing the plot. Here we have After the Fall, How Humpty Dumpty Got Back Up Again. I would call this a fractured fairy tale because it takes the story of Humpty Dumpty and gives it a modern twist. You can see Humpty Dumpty was a bird watcher, but after his fall he became afraid of heights, and this kept him from some of his favorite things. I would use this story to help teach students the importance of persevering and getting back up again after they fail. Here we have another piece of traditional literature called Little Firefly, and this is basically the Native American equivalent of Cinderella. There is a young girl who is abused by her 2 stepsisters, and later she goes on to meet a charming prince, or in this case, the man called the Invisible One. Now we have Crow Call by Lois Lowry, and this story is about a little girl who meets her father who comes back from World War II, and the 2 go crow hunting together. It's a very charming story, and you can see here the similarities between the character of the little girl and Lois Lowry as a child. Moving on, we have A Single Shard by Linda Sue Park, and this story is about an orphan named Tree Ear in Korea, and it's set in the 12th century. This story explores themes of honor, perseverance, but above all, family. Next to last, we have The Giver. Because some of the themes in this book are a little more mature, it'd be suitable for older students, but a great activity to do with this book would be to compare and contrast the movie and the book. Finally, we have Bridge to Terabithia. This story explores the friendship of Jesse and Leslie and how it changes and evolves over time. It explores themes of friendship and imagination. Above all, though, I think that it helped me realize that found family can be just as influential as your actual family. So that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again in my next video.